Okay. Hopefully this is working again. I am not very good at streaming yet, so double check. Okay, I think we are live. Okay, yep, sorry. I had to check a few things. We are live. So, today we are looking to play some more Valda. So I have Talistar pulled up, and I have this list that I have. It's very similar to the one that I was playing that I made in a video on. Sorry, gathering all my thoughts. But it's very similar to the one I made the video on. The few updates was I took out a little bit of gravy tech and switched around some of my Arcane Barrier to get Arcanite Skullcap in to help with the Verdance matchup. But other than that, the rest of the list should be pretty similar. So, I know a few people have been wanting to see this play, so let's get into a match and see how it goes. So, get in here. You don't have to save it to favorite yet. Both deck link, competitive, classic, constructed, and create game. Let's sit. Hopefully people want to play. I know in competitive, a lot of people will see the not popular deck and not want to play it as much. So I see there's the new friend feature. I actually haven't been able to play a little bit in the last couple days, so this is going to be fun. Oh, there we go. Oh, and an Arachne. How interesting. So, let's see. Arachne Huntsman is more fatigue. So I think in this matchup we want the damage cards so we can output a lot of more damage. And Crash and Bash is probably good. It's all going to be physical, so we don't have to do any of our arcane. So this is pretty similar to what we've done before. It might be relevant for St. Below, but honestly I don't think Huntsman, we need it as much. Here we go. Well, this is an interesting turn to say the least. Putting both my Seismic Eruptions onto the bottom of the deck. So this would definitely... So I think we're definitely playing Promising Terrain, Tectonic Plating, and then Heaving 2. The problem is we're throwing both Seismic Eruptions on the bottom of the deck. Promising Terrain, pass. Tectonic, pitching and then pass to end phase, end of turn, and then heave 2. Which is not the best thing, but we will get 5 Seismic Search, which will let us draw a card. And then we can throw Dominate next turn. It also allows us to block pretty efficiently. Looking at the kind of what the Arachne is doing here. Okay, it's only 1 damage. I don't care about 1 damage. But depending, we might be able to shuffle our deck with Imposing Visage. So that's pretty good pretty early. Equipment blocks 1 less. Again, I don't think I care. Because I think the idea is we search out an Aura, or search out Leyline with Imposing, Pitching Grandeur, Tectonic, and then we can throw Smelting of the Old Ones. That should give us Dominate, and then we can go into Boulder Drop. Freeze the Flail. Okay, I mean, the equipment block 1 less. I don't know if I care. I don't have anything that blocks 2 or less, so I think I'm fine just blocking to save a little bit of life. But outside of that, I'm not too worried. The banishing a card is going to be pretty rough on this deck, but that's fine. We're going to be drawing a card too, so maybe we could block with Boulder Drop, but it is a bigger damage output. Cranial Crush is a pretty big hit for them just because it's a blue. Well, there's our last Seismic Eruption. Very interesting. So, Imposing. I want to pay 3, Pitching Grandeur, pass it up, look up Leyline, put Leyline in play. Then I can pitch Tectonic Plating, pitching the Seismic Eruption to put it later in, and then Smelting the Old Ones for 10 Dominate, 3 Seismic Search, and we have Leyline up, so I think we're in a pretty good position. I mean, it is a fatigue matchup, but if we can just keep pushing this Dominate over and over and over turn again, there's not really a lot that the Arachne can do. because we should be able to just kill them. The real hope is that we can just take them out at this point. So Granger's pitched and an Arsenal. Okay. Could just tear asunder. Sure. I have my defense reaction, which is free. I think I might just tear asunder into Boulder Drop. It'll force their equipment blocks. They probably plunder the poor. This isn't going to get them anything, but I might as well block it for free. Pass. Do they have a reaction? Ooh, coercive tendency, giving it go again. If I complete a you're not going to complete the contract, are you? What? They get to choose what to banish, so they're probably going to pull a pummel off and banish that just out of choice. But they are looking for things that cost 1 or less. There's... Oh, I forgot E-Strike exists. Okay, so it has go again. Let me block that for free. We'll see. Oh, they're not going to have a defense reaction. They're going to be able to block 2 with their equipment. So I can dominate Boulder Drop. I might... While defending this is going to have -1. Honestly, I'm okay with that. Get the Boulder Drop buff. So I can tear asunder into Boulder Drop for 9. And I'm going to rip cards out of their deck. I didn't think about the fucking -1. That's not good. Okay. Anyways, tear asunder Boulder Drop. This is going to rip cards from their hand. There's no way for them to block this. Unless they have unmovable red. But I don't know if this deck's running unmovable red. Yeah, they're blocking from hand. Not on the reaction step. They're going to take a bit. Get it. Order all the triggers. I think the triggers are fine. And they're going to force to put all the other cards on their deck. Arsenal. I think just pitching that down and then throwing Disenchantment for 10. Just throwing 10 damage is going to be pretty relevant. I think we're doing really well right now because we are just straight killing them. There's not a lot that they can do. They're already down 10 life, and we are only behind 3 cards in the fatigue game. And if they keep blocking, it's not going to stay that way for long. Are they blocked with mass? Do they plan to banish extras off the top? They probably have something relevant. But we'll see. Probably cycle like that. Oh, that's such a bad hand. Well, I have really good news. I'm gonna helmet. We're gonna reveal and then sync what we reveal. Yeah. Pass. Submit. We will choose Disenchantment. Then we'll sync our Arsenal card just for a chance to get something good. Oh, what a... Okay. That went really poorly. Just a bunch of reds. I mean, they could have the defense reaction. And they're all just so expensive. I think we have to throw our spec and just pray. Was that like 4 reds in a row? 5 reds in a row? I might be wrong. No, I think it was 4 reds in a row. But I might be wrong, but that was pretty rough. But I'm hoping the spec can at least hit so we can keep Leyline up. If we can't keep Leyline up, I think we're in a pretty bad position. Okay. So we're going to hit. We're not going to get anything special out of it. Why are they banishing off the top? Yep, they get see my hand in Arsenal, all 0 cards. Hitting Boulder Drop, banishing an extra Boulder Drop. The Boulder Drop we didn't want to see. Oh my god, how many reds can we have in a row? That's so bad. Double trouble. I mean, you can flick. It'll get +2. +2. Boulder drop and Testament to block 5. Just in case, so we don't lose anything. It's 1 for 1. Okay. And then just E-Strike coming in for 7. Just damage. We are currently losing the fatigue game, but I don't think that it is. Like, I don't know. We're just keeping damage up. I think their defense reaction is pretty scary, and the hitting boulder drop was pretty relevant, but we should hopefully be able to keep this up. I didn't even think about leyline, I'm not going to lie, so if I got very lucky if they don't block this, sure, you can undo your last action. Buff power. You are all good. Yep, they're just taking leyline. That makes sense. It's probably correct. CNC's so good. Oh no. This is definitely not going our way. Can I do anything to... Oh, that's so bad. Do we just... We need pummel for the damage. The problem is I can't play my hand if I block this. Unless I block... But I already blocked with the Testament. Got the boots. Yeah, this is a pretty tough situation. I almost feel like... Sorry. I know it's saying I'm taking a while. Can't even block with a Toya. That's pretty bad here. I think I block... like that. They're pitching 1 hunter or hunted, so that's pretty good. So we don't have to worry about losing our cards until a little bit later on. Problem is we're not going to have a strong response. We're going to have to just chuck hammer at them. They don't have a reaction, do they? They are thinking very hard on this reaction step. Let me reload just in case. Nope, they're thinking quite hard on this reaction step. Okay, no. Tectonic, pitching, and 2 hammer. Hammer for 4. Wow, really strong. But we'll see how this goes. I'm a little anxious with how those couple turn cycles went, and then they took leyline, which is not very good for us. So we're in a pretty tough situation. Now we get the other pummel, but with no real attack. Honestly, it might be better for them just to go for this and banish. We could throw Disable with pummel and Arsenal another pummel. We are very much losing the... Okay, they're going to banish 3 cards. It's pretty rough. They're going to banish 4 cards. This is really bad. At least we keep our pummels, but Red Chokeslam's bad, E-Strike's bad, our Specialize It. That was probably 3 really bad cards to hit. This, yeah. Disable, pitching, 2 blues. What are you going to do? We just needed to push some pressure there, but, like, we are very much on the back foot right now. Because I think the win con is we need to be able to pressure some damage and put them on the back foot, get them low on life, and make them lose enough cards, and they might have just given us the opportunity to pummel this. We'll see. They probably have a defense reaction in Arsenal, but yeah. Oh, they did sink, creating a seismic surge, so at least we got a little bit of benefit out of this cycle. Oh, Sigil of Solus. They might still take 4 and just lose their hand. They did. Okay, they lose their arsenal in hand. So that's pretty good for us. They got rid of an E-strike. This lets us gain a little bit of momentum back. And we put a pummel on arsenal. But we didn't get anything to actually use. Okay. Our hands just don't want to work with us right now. Promising terrain, pitching tectonic plating. Pitching to tectonic plating and throwing headbutt for 6. That's promising. Cost 1. Then throwing 1. 2 float, I think. Oh, man. Pitching tectonic. Headbutt. We do have the 2 float, so we can threaten this pummel. They can't block with equipment, not that other than their headpiece, although they weren't going to block with anything but their headpiece, but we'll see. This should be very interesting to see how they want to block this. We do have the pummel, we can force them damage through. If they let this deal 4 damage, it will destroy their headpiece, which would be really nice because they would have just wasted a silver. They do have the other defense reaction with the Arachne trigger. Oh, if it's Seismic Eruption, it's really bad. What do they name? Oh, this is scary. Yep. You don't get to see anything. Cool, whatever. Disable. We just played one disable last turn. Did we only have... We had 2 left in deck, so that's pretty rough. We do keep momentum, though. We don't grab one of our... Okay, so nothing. Yeah, nothing is gained there. It might be better just to throw the Cranial Crush for 8, although... Man, this is a tough turn cycle again. We just don't have the damage output that we really need. It might just be the Cranial Crush, because we have the opportunity just to throw 8 damage. That could be pretty relevant. So Cranial Crush just for the relevant damage. You are taking cards from their hand. The on-hit doesn't really matter. I don't know if Chokeslam would have mattered. Okay, sink below. And yeah, this is the Huntsman, so they are trying to fatigue me out of the deck. It's not the idea of them trying to... Okay, that's a pretty good hand. The Double Trouble's pretty crazy, but... No, yeah, the idea of this is that they're not trying to disrupt me through damage. They're trying to... I think this is the only chance I'm going to get with this. I could block 5. I don't know what their reaction's going to be. But they're just trying to kill my entire deck, not kill me, is the best way to say it. They're probably thinking something weird's going to happen. Like, yeah. They're banishing their mask, and I'm hoping... Oh, they're giving it go again. I don't think they have another reaction. And I'm going to be able to play 2 Seismic, putting out to 6 Seismic Surge, which then puts me at 6 defensively. And stops them from doing really anything. Then I can pitch into Tectonic and throw my spec for Dominate. So this is I think, a pretty good turn cycle. It gets one of their more powerful cards out of deck. And it got their equipment suite, which, again, they can buy back, but... It is definitely going to be a little interesting. Just ate a bunch of cards out of my deck. But hopefully they don't have the defense reaction in Arsenal. Because if they don't have the defense reaction, we can rip cards from hand and start playing again better on that fatigue aspect. We do have to worry coming up here soon about just blocking some of those attacks like we just did. Because if we start blocking, then we lose cards out of deck, and that's a lot of damage that we can throw. It's something that we have to think about a bit more than I think I have been. But the 10 Dominate is going to be pretty relevant here. That is my last spec because I banished one and we played one pretty early on. We'll see. Oh, they discarded it to the ability? So they're blocking. Is it still going to hit? Oh, that's so good for us. We got a Codex, so we're getting some momentum back. We got 3 Seismic Surge, which means we're going to pay from stuff. Do we have... How many Pummels do we have? We've played 2. We have 1 left in deck. They get to choose how they want to do this. We have 2 new cards, but we can play our defense reaction for free. Scale Peeler. I don't think I care. This isn't demanding any cards from deck. It's only demanding 1 life, but when I'm up 17 life, the 1 life isn't a big deal. Codex. Oh no. I just won't throw Chokeslam this turn. I could Tectonic Instability in worst case scenario throw Aftershock, but this will allow me to solid ground whatever they throw. They have nothing float. They have 1 floating, so they could throw a 1 for 5, I think, at best. Oh, yep, a 1 for 5. And I have the perfect response. Solid ground. You throw your 0 for 5, and I'll throw my 0 for 5. And again, I think Chokeslam's really good here. It's damage, but if I can get this to wipe out whatever they put in Arsenal, and then maybe get another attack. I had the Frailty, so it didn't really matter. The Headbutt might be the most relevant attack here, because it does force a card from hand, but I think they want to give a card no matter what. We just create 3 for next turn. Might be Tectonic, pitching 1, then throwing Headbutt for 6. And then I can Arsenal Aftershock. And it at least lets me throw Aftershock for free. So, the Tectonic Plating is floating. And then I can throw my Headbutt coming at the opponent for 6. We're missing out on 1 damage with what we played, but we did create 3 Seismic Surge. So we are doing well on... Or 4 Seismic Surge off that play. So we are doing well that way. They did just get a crazy overcrowded because of the Frailty. But I don't think they had to block with their mask there. Arsenal. The opponent is getting to a point where it can be... Oh, leave no witness. Interesting. I mean, honestly, this turn, I can Terrace under Spinal, and that's coming in for 10. I don't think they can block that unless they give up 2 equipment and still have... I'll get 4, and if they react over, I honestly don't care if they take my Arsenal. Because my Arsenal's a blue, so they won't create silver. It is cards from deck, but I'm hopefully going to be ripping 2 cards from their deck and dealing damage this next turn. Because I have 5, so my Spinal Crusher's going to be coming in for free. And they didn't even have a response, so this is really good for us. Because we're just going to Terrace under, pitching Grandeur into Spinal, 10 Dominate, and we're going to rip cards from their hand. This is good for fatigue and good for damage. I think we're winning this matchup so far. Yeah. That was probably really good. And, oh, they might have it in Arsenal. But they didn't want to commit their equipment. No, I don't think they had it in Arsenal. So we're ripping 2 cards out. We gotta leave no witness and rob the way. Another blue hand. This is really bad. Surgical. Well, they get 0 silver off this hand. It might be just throw Spine. So block 3 with the chess piece. Because they can't react over. They don't have any cards from hand. So I can block 3 and the chess piece, block 4, create 3 Seismic Surge, and could Aftershock for 6. Or I think Spinal's just correct. It's a little awkward, but it's the only thing we can really do. I mean, I could throw Aftershock pitching Seismic Eruption and Pummel. That might be better. And then, or you could pitch the Spinal, keep the Pummel. You could look at their graveyard, see here. leave nos, 2 leave nos, so still have 1 and still have 1 codex. So they still have technically 2 leave no witnesses in deck. But I think I would be happier to arsenal something. Yeah, end of turn. Just because I'm not going to get a lot of value out of that seismic. But Aftershock, pitching, seismic, and pummel. And we can look at putting an attack with that. And hopefully a blue. So if we draw that hand again, it goes a little bit better. 6. Then Arsenal. CMC for 6. I mean, you're going to steal the Spinal, but how much? I think good Authority and Tear Asunder. Well, we need a pitch and attack, so it actually might be pitch these 2, and then Choke Slam and Authority. So I can pitch stack the Choke Slam with the Pummel and the Seismic Eruption, which would make this cost 1 plus that. Okay, I think we're actually getting a really good pitch stack here. It looks a little weird to get rid of our Tear Asunder, which I think helps us keep what kind of lead we have. But getting into pitch stack, that's going to be a crazy scary turn for the opponent. Because then we can just throw Spinal right now. And Spinal's just 9 damage. The unhit's not, or the no-go again isn't super relevant. But just being able to throw 9 damage when they're at 10 life is pretty good. We're going to get to the point where we're going to start demanding cards from them just because their life is so low. And if we can fatigue them through damage in a, yeah, they're just going to full block with 9 cards, it looks like. We're winning the fatigue matchup now. They're just so far behind. And then we have an amazing pitch stack. So, double trouble for 1. They can double react and banish 2 cards. That would give it +2. Would put it at 3. I mean, we're never going to use Imposing against, though. I'm happy to block with 1 card for 1 card. And then we just need to deal damage. So, Tectonic into Headbutt for 6. It's not a ton of damage. Hitting the Disable was pretty good and relevant for them early on. But I think we are going to be able to present a lot of pressure at this point. So that's pretty strong. Okay. I do like these fatigue matchups. I think they are pretty strong, but I don't think that they're super exciting to watch. It's not a lot of really... Okay, what are they hitting off the top? It can't be anything super strong. Yeah, they're playing Treasure Hunted. What are they hitting? What are they hitting? What are they hitting? It's not Pummel. Can't hit Authority. Can they hit anything in my pitch stack is what I'm kind of worried about right now. Because I just had that 1 turn that I'm really worried about. I think it's Chokeslam is what I'm worried them. Oh, they're going to shuffle my deck is the problem. My pitch stack's all over the place. And they hit the Chokeslam too. That's what I didn't want to see. Yeah, oh, they just banished 4 cards from my deck with that card. That was insane. Okay, we're losing the game again. That's really bad. Man, they're throwing 4. I mean... Oh, that was so bad. The Chokeslam could not have been... That hit could not have been worse. Hit 1 card off the top of my deck. It's Pummel. I just lose. I don't think I can block this, though. I have to just throw damage. I have to force them to keep blocking out. And then if I can throw Hammer late game, then I think we're in an okay position, but this is really tough. Oh, man. That was a really bad hit on the Hunter Hunted. We were winning. I mean, it's just damage at this point. It's whatever. We just gotta hope that they don't hit the other hit, banishing 2 cards from deck. Don't hit Pummel. Don't hit Pummel. Don't hit Pummel. No. Those are the 2 worst cards they could have hit. That was bad. Disenchantment of the old... Oh, fuck, dude. Do you mind if I undo? Sorry. Thank you. Tectonic, Pitching Grandeur, and then throwing Disenchantment of the old ones. Thank you. That's what I meant. Thank you for letting me re-say that. Okay, how do we win now? We're in a really, really bad position. We are low on cards, but we just win by damage. I mean, at this point, they're at 8 life, I'm at 24. If I can just hammer them to death, I think we're okay. The problem is, I know they have a couple pretty rough cards in their deck still. They have 3 life. I have to not Arsenal. Yeah, none of these cards help me with Hammer. Oh no. Yeah, I'm throwing Hammer for 3 every turn now. They have a huge advantage, and they have the Surgical. So I think I get rid of Boots and block with a card. So, yeah. Pass. I mean, Codex of Frailty could work out in our favor depending on the point of game, but... Okay, do you have another reaction over the top? Do you not realize I have Boots? Okay, I don't think they realized I had Boots, which is fine. Tectonic, pitching a Toya, and... Fuck. I'm so dumb. I am losing my goddamn mind. Do you mind if I undo one more time? I'm so sorry, I did not. This. Pitching that. I am thinking too fast. I need to slow down. And definitely in a lot worse position than I thought I was. But I think at this point I just can't block. I have solid ground. I can keep pitching that to permanently throw Titan's Fist. So at least I'm throwing 4 each turn. Yeah. I let you let me undo a few times. I'll let you undo. This is totally fair. This is a very interesting spot in a very tight game. It doesn't look tight. It's 24-3, but it definitely feels a lot worse than it is. Oh no, could be very bad. Although the equipment block doesn't matter. I don't have equipment. They're just throwing damage. Surgical Extraction is pretty strong here. It's really strong here. Okay. I mean, just being able to rip the card. Pass. See if they have any reactions. Do they? Nope, I have solid ground though, and I will pitch. Doesn't matter. I think I'll pitch Authority, just because that's the only card I don't want them to hit. Yeah. They're going to go over. They're going to banish a card from my top of my deck and hit Grandeur. Or they could hit Promising Terrain. Okay. Titan's Fist for 3. We can only throw 3s now. This is real. I have 2 gems. I cannot block. I literally cannot block. I am throwing 3 each turn. Yep, you can deal 1 damage to me. The benefit is they arsenaled a card, which is kind of scary. It might be their Codex. The problem is, with Codex, I just lose a card. I mean, I have gems, I discard a card, they throw Leave No Witness, they take whatever. Oh no, it's 4 damage. What will I ever do? Oh no, I'm poor. I have no deck. I don't know if it benefits me or hurts me, but I'm just going to pitch into Titan's Fist. Titan's Fist for 3. It is lethal, so I require the card from hand. Give it up. Give it up. Oh, I guess I don't require the card from hand, but... Now my hammer is always lethal. 1 life. I require cards. Okay. I mean, you get your mass back. I don't think it helps you that much, really, but we'll see. I'm worried that they can banish 2 cards from hand is the big thing. Because, I mean, if they play Codex, I think they can win if they play Codex into Surgical to banish a card from hand. But they don't... Do they have the pitch to Codex into Surgical? No, they don't. How do they win? Can they win? Did I get there? I mean, they Codex, but they can't... They have to get rid of whatever's in their arsenal. Okay. This is an interesting situation. I mean, 1 damage is 1 damage. They don't have 2 silver. My equipment does not block, so I don't think I care about that. Yep, Codex, pitch that. They have 1 float. They're going to force me to discard a card, and I cannot block it. But then I will throw 3 and force them to block with their Persuasive. So I hope I get there, unless they have a card that banishes from hand. What is the... It's a 1 for 5 is the problem for them. They literally had 1 more pitch. It's probably Annihilate the Armed, but... Does it matter? What did they choose? Surgical. What? They're letting me... Okay. Are all my Chokeslam reds gone? That's what I would have rather had. I'm gonna have to discard a card, so I want something 4 cost. It's not head, but Aftershock. No, it's gonna be Boulder Drop. Discarding that. Because they're just gonna pass for turn, but I'm gonna throw 7. I mean, even Boulder Drop's still coming in for 6, which is 1, 2. Do I get it? 2 Surges pop? Tectonic, pitching this, and 2 Boulder Drop for 6. This should be lethal. There we go. Good game. It's very, very tough. I mean, the value at the beginning was okay. Then we had an all-red hand, which blocked 4. So... yeah, that was a very interesting game. It was tough in its own regards. But let's try this again. Let's see who else we can get to play tonight. Default class constructed. Create game. Let's see. Very good game, though. That was a lot closer than it felt. Oh, Pallades. This is going to be cool. I'm excited to play against Pallades. We definitely want... the Crash and Bash. Chokeslam is... No, they left. Why would you leave me? Oh, nope, you're back. You just re-roll. Okay, I don't care that much. Boulder Drop, Chokeslam, and Crash and Bash. Take cards out of your hand. I think I'm okay with that. Submit deck. Okay, we're... Nope, they left again. Okay. Well, hopefully we get someone that wants to play. Oh, fuck. Let me change equipment really quick. Submit. Okay. Hopefully we get a play into this Verdance, because I think Verdance is a very interesting matchup. Okay. Ooh. Okay, this is a really good turn 1. Because we can Imposing, paying 3, pitching this. Oh, we don't want to do that, do we? Maybe this wasn't as good as I forgot that they can just kill it. But, I mean, we'll leyline. Hopefully we don't just get got turn 0. And, I mean, it's turn 0, so it is what it is. If we get got, we get got. But we can hopefully Sigil Solus, gain more life, and Arsenal the Spinal. If they don't have Scour, then maybe we'll get a little bit of value. The only problem with the ley line is they can just Scour and kill it. But this is going to definitely be a really interesting match. They're definitely thinking it very hard in all that I'm doing. Kind of would have preferred to throw Hammer now I think about it, but it is what it is. Spinal is definitely going to be an okay card to throw. Okay, thank you. And then I will pass for turn. Do you have a response? Nope. Arsenal and pass. Okay, E-Strike, and if I can throw Spinal, this is a pretty strong turn. Because E-Strike for 5. The thing is, I'm going to play a little bit more passively. I'm going to try and fatigue them in a way. I mean, Heartbeat's fine. That's totally fine. Waning Moon for 2. I mean, E-Strike and the Hammer is still pretty good. So, yeah. 2. Prevent 2. Pitching Aftershock. That's probably the one I want to keep the most until late game. But, and E-Strike. This is why we blocked. Buff power. Okay. Why? So, block 3, 4, 5. And then we can 2 cards Spinal. Throw 9 at the Verdants. Taking 2 damage isn't too bad. But it keeps us momentum. It keeps our ley line up. Just trying to get them to slow down a little bit. Taking an E-Strike from us is pretty good, though. Definitely not what we were wanting to do, but is going to be fine. Verdance is definitely a very scary matchup, though, because Verdance just... it turns into very much fatigue nowadays, because they just have unpreventable damage. It is 9. I have my Seismic Surge, so you can't take Leyline from me. You are blocking with cards, so that's good. Slow them down a little bit. Maybe they potion Arsenal something. I'm thinking really hard on this. Mental block. Okay. They're going to create a Ponder. Oh, they have a Fate Foreseen. Okay, I can kind of see. So blocking 6, still taking 3, giving me another Seismic Surge. Leyline Trigger. Dealing some damage. Six damage is relevant. Block. I mean, I can get the Skull Cap block now because I'm at less. No, I'm at more life. Never mind. Take 3. I think I Tectonic into Boulder Drop and Arsenal my Enlightened Strike. Is a weird matchup because I still want to provide pressure to try and make things awkward, but I want to also... They don't have enough Earth, that's why. But I also want to not lose a lot of life. Having Leyline, I don't know if it's beneficial or not because it definitely dictates a few of my decisions. Tectonic, pitching that, and then I can throw Boulder Drop at your face. This is going to require some blocks. You don't have any Earth, so you're not going to block with your chess piece, but you might block with Gauntlet. Crown of Providence is also relevant. Okay. Definitely needed the practice in the Verdance. Coming in for 7. Yeah, Verdance is definitely very tough. Like, I started to get a game plan for the combo game plan because it's something where she played really slow and I could play aggressive and push off her combo. But we're definitely getting to the point now where she just presents damage and can block. She's just so good back and forth. And then she can still Striders you late game, and if she runs any combo pieces, if you drop too low. And the decks also have so many different builds that you just never know which one is which. And this Verdant's taking it forever. Oh yeah, I think there's a bug. Oh, what could the bug be? No problem. Okay. Refresh page rematch. Sorry. Thanks. Well, how do we fix this? What could the bug be? How? Want to chat? Question mark. I don't know if that would. I think there is a bug. Okay, banishing. I wonder what the bug was. Carapace. I mean, they're full blocking. They got their banish. They're not getting their banish on the second one, which I think is fine. Okay. I mean, I can block 5 on this, and then my school, so I block 7. E-strike and a boulder drop. I think that's a pretty good play. So, play Seismic Eruption. They have 2 earths, which they can decompose. Oh, they didn't even decompose. Okay. Pass. I wonder why they didn't 2 earths in an action. Were they saving it? Maybe they have a felling that they're arsenaling. But now I have 4 Seismic Surge, which is going to allow me to E-strike for 5 go again into Boulder Drop for 7. If they want to take Leyline, then that sounds pretty good for me. Put this to bottom of my deck. Go again. So 5 go again. We are presenting a lot of damage this turn. Oh, we got the Leyline trigger, so we get to keep our Leyline. I do think they're probably going to have something pretty aggressive coming, but Boulder Drop should hopefully take some cards from their hand, so they don't get through. I'm going to imagine that they threw arsenaled Felling with how they decided not to trigger. Oh, they just didn't have the action, I realize. That makes sense. Okay, but yeah, that's really interesting. Okay, but yeah, Cadaverous Tilling. 6. They're going to eat it, though. They probably still have, like, an E-strike Felling. Oh, no. They have the sink. We'll see if they want to sink a card, because that will get us up to 3, which will let us start dominate again next turn. Yep. That's why you always want to watch out against Valda. If you have sink below and activate the ability, you give me a Seismic Surge. With Leyline up, I go to 3. They could just have Scour and kill Leyline this turn, but I think that would be totally fine. I would love to keep this hand. Put them in their place. Would be beautiful. So E-strike. Just choosing to go again or buff power. Yeah, sure. Probably chose the wrong mode or something. Or put the wrong card on the bottom of their deck. 5 go again. Pretty strong. I'll block 3, and we'll see what they have to say. Highlander for 6. Okay, it's just 6. You could probably still... Are they? Yeah, they're decomposing. So, again, they won't be able to decompose on something bigger. I'm so tempted to just take this and put them in their place. Because they can block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. They could block 5 plus a non-attack from hand, but I probably still hit. I really just want to eat this. I think I'm going to eat it. They'll have the choice of taking Leyline and keeping my helmet online. And... or getting rid of or like keeping helmet online, taking Leyline, or not blocking. Maybe I get the trigger on to put them in their place. Yeah, this should be an interesting turn cycle. Put them in their place. Arsenal the choke slam. Maybe I have some disruption. Maybe I draw a pummel with 2 blues. Hopefully this demands a lot of cards from their deck. I wonder what that bug was. Or if it was just they didn't realize they couldn't decompose because they didn't have the action. I block 1 from hand. Are you going to give me armor? You are, so that's probably going to block a total of 6 right now. Unless you give me another piece of equipment, I imagine... Yeah. Do you have the mental block? Oh, you're healing too. I mean, I don't mind if you heal too. That's fine. Yeah, I'll just take this. Sure, discard your 2 cards. What could they be? Yeah, I think they thought the crush was probably... Let's see. Submit? They probably were thinking they wanted to block a little bit differently. Yeah, Felling of the Crown. That's probably what they didn't want to discard. Probably were thinking they wanted to throw gloves, but I don't know if they were too scared to go back and restart the turn. Arsenal Chokeslam. I do not get the pummels, though. It's coming in for probably 5. I can throw 10, dominate. Seven. 10 dominate. It's probably good enough. 10 dominate, heal 3. We'll see what the response is. Because we're effectively taking 1. We'll heal just in case they don't have any cards to respond with. Then going back to them. Or going back to me. I mean, effectively blocking 6 and throwing 10 is pretty strong. 16 card value. We'll see. And if they want to take my ley line, they can continue to take my ley line. Oh. Verdance is very tough because there's so many things that she can do and so many ways she can respond. Fighting Spirit. Attack, defend. You don't have less life right now, so it does nothing. But that's a spicy card. Going down to 22. Crazy. I mean, it doesn't have an on-hit, so I'm sure... There we go. We can pummel, chokeslam. I think we're in a pretty good position here. Scour. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Scour. 0. Oh, but they only took Leyline. Oh, that's so... Never mind. We're in a really good position. I didn't need the Leyline this turn. 4. This is coming in for free, so I get to Tectonic into Pummel. This is really good, because they could not pay for it. So Tectonic, pitching Tectonic Instability, and then I get to throw Chokeslam, then I get a Pummel, and I get to hold on to a Chokeslam. They took a very slow turn just for me to be able to respond, so that's really strong. Yeah. And this is really good if they have a Felling, so it can't gain power. And same with Plow Under. This is just going to deal a lot of damage too, gaining momentum. They have the sink below, but it is most likely still going to go over. Yep. Still get the Chokeslam fact. Oh, nope, sorry. They're sinking to see if they have the mental block, I think is what we're worried about right now. But, yep, we get both triggers, so they're going to have to discard. They lose 7 on 12, so they're going to lose 5 life, unless that's already gone down. Yep, they've gone down. So, we have the life advantage, and we have the card advantage, and we have disruption on them. Fruits of the Forest. They're not even online yet, which is even stronger. End of turn. I can't respond to that. Could Tectonic Instability. Sinking both. Getting a Seismic Surge. Leyline, Tectonic. I probably want to... Yeah, I think I do this. Because they're going to have, I'm assuming, some sort of defense reaction or something they care about in there. I create Seismic Surge. I can then E-Strike. E-Strike. Oh, but I drew my spec. But it's probably going to be E-Strike for 5 and a Chokeslam for 8. That's just stronger than put them in their place since that is it is. So 5, put them in the place on the bottom, go again. And then we're going to be able to Tectonic and a Chokeslam for 8. So we're just presenting a lot of damage at this point. And hopefully we took the card that they wanted from their hand, put it on the bottom of their deck. We created Seismic Surge, so we're going to have Dominate next turn. So we have a lot going for us right now. And I mean, we haven't seen Spinal yet. We haven't seen, or we've seen one Spinal. I mean, we have Boulder Drops, we have Spinals. We have one more put them in their place, so we can't really rely on that, but we do still have some good disruption we haven't seen yet. And then Tectonic. Into Chokeslam. Coming in for 8. This is a pretty strong turn. It is, again, relevant disruption, so if they have the Felling of the Crown or something like that. Funny happened while opting. Attempt to catch the behavior, but I may have caused issues. Submit bug report. Oh, is that what's been going on? Oh, it seems like the opt didn't resolve correctly. Hopefully that doesn't matter. Oh, this is definitely a weird game. Okay, well. They definitely ran into a bug then. I don't know what it was the first time, but they definitely ran into a bug then. So we got our Boulder Drop. And we got our Spinal Crush. It might just be Tectonic into Spinal. It's only 6. I am going to Tectonic into Spinal, and then I have Boulder Drop on the back end. Yeah, you can deal the 6. I don't think I care. It is a lot of damage is the problem. They are online now. I will gain 3 life, so I will effectively block 3. Sigil Solace, gain 3. Hopefully. We'll see if the go again matters. I mean, they won't be able to do an insane turn. Pitch 1. Spinal, Arsenal, Boulder Drop, and we haven't seen a pummel yet. No, we definitely have. Never mind. Ignore me. That was not correct. We pummeled that Chokeslam. But we still have 2 more pummels left, so being able to hold on to the Boulder Drop and have some pummels left is pretty strong. Even if we see we have one more Seismic Eruption, so we don't have a ton of things. We could pitch Grandeur to Arcane Barrier if it comes up, and then we might be able to throw that with a 2-card yellow, so or pummel in a blue. If we get that second Seismic Surge one way or another. Nope. I mean, we can block 3 Arcane and still throw our spec, so I think this is a pretty okay situation. 3 Arcane, pitching down Imposing. We are getting very much to the point where we're just presenting so much damage. They're at such low life. They don't really have a good way of responding. 10 damage is lethal, so I am now at the point where I'm demanding cards. I mean, they have equipment, and they could go down to 1, but I don't think that's what they want. I have just put on the pressure, and they do not have a really good way to respond. So, this will be interesting to see how they end up playing this end of the game. I think not blocking with, like, gloves on that one turn and losing Felling was probably one of the biggest mistakes they could have made all game. yeah, blocking with the gloves here so they don't lose a card again. They're getting rid of their last Plow Under, and they Red Autumn's Touch. It's just a lot of damage. And we got our Pummel. I mean, it is 8 damage. It does put me down a lot, but I think being able to Boulder Drop Pummel is really, really strong here. So I'm honestly okay with just taking 8 damage. This is going to be a lot of damage. But I don't think they can kill me, and I'm going to be threatening a ton of damage. And I think it's going to be pretty obvious that I have the Pummel here, but I think that's fine. It gives them a really awkward thing to try and defend. Because we're throwing 7, and we are demanding that they block 11. Oh, did they just passed on reactions? Oh, they have multiple reactions in hand, it looks like. Valda ability with Sink Below. Oh, they didn't have multiple reactions. Okay. I think they... Because what was their plan that turn? What did they sink? Bottom of their deck was Channel, so they sunk Channel. But they did have the Fate. I don't know why they didn't play that. Okay. I think they just gave up in the end, because they were still going to take 3 damage and then lose to discard to Pummel. They could have thrown the Light Up the Leaves, but 3 damage down to 4. 6, and then I could have responded with a 6 damage, pitch, 3, Arsenal Chokeslam, throw Spinal, keeping that. So I'd have 1 Seismic Surge going into this hand, Seismic Eruption, and that would put me up to 1 Seismic Surge, pitching that for their Light Up the Leaves, taking 3 damage, arsenaling that, and then that would cost 2. 2, depending, I could just throw Terra Sunder into it. Yeah, it is tough, because what did they have after that Light Up the Leaves? They would have had another Light Up the Leaves turn, probably. Because I would have thrown 9, and they would have had to block 9. But, yeah, that is definitely a game. Yeah, no, I'm glad we got there. Like, it definitely shows that there is a plan to this deck. I think that the helmet's there just in case you need to go to Fatigue. But, yeah, that was interesting. I think there was a couple mistakes. The game would have gone very differently if the Felling of the Crown wasn't discarded earlier, and they used their equipment maybe a little more efficiently. But it is what it is. That's fine by me to get a win. Makes my stats look a little bit better, makes me feel a little bit better about my sideboard, although I don't think it changed too much. But let's go and do another game. Let's see what we get here. Yeah, this deck seems pretty fun. Like, I mean, I love Valda. I'm the Valda guy. But it's like, I'm still trying to figure out how I want to interact with the sideboard and change things up. Because it's like, the sideboard that I have for Gravy right now is just so demanding. Like, it still takes 4 cards for me to try and tackle Gravy. Oh, Jarl is fun. I think Jarl is a ton of fun. It's a very similar... I don't actually think the Sink Belows are necessary for this matchup. It's a very similar matchup. But I think this deck definitely... Oh, they disconnected. But yeah, sorry, going back to my original point, just having 4 cards for the sideboard. Oh, this is take out Boulder Drop for Sinks. Resubmit. There we go. I hope it took my resubmit. Wait, destroy. Courtside Exchange, draw a card. I don't know what just happened. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you just let me Terra Sunder Chokeslam too, because this cost me 3. Now that cost me 1. So yeah, I mean, Terra Sunder is pretty strong. And then Chokeslam's way stronger. I don't know how Marlin plays right now, but I think this is a pretty strong hand. Oh, my game is lagging so hard all of a sudden. I don't know what it is. But yeah, Terra Sunder Chokeslam's really strong. It's going to rip cards from hand, get the effect off so they can't gain power. Marlin is not going to be happy about that. And she has to discard 2 cards. Tar Pit. Doesn't have Go again. Yep, so Tar Pit wouldn't trigger. I wonder why you block 2 and not just 3 there, discarding the other. End of turn. This is a bad turn. I have 1 Seismic Surge, 4 cards in hand. Yeah, turn end is fine. Pitch to Tectonic, play Leyline, pass? Is that how bad this is? Play Leyline, Arsenal, sink? Honestly, maybe it's just Arsenal, put them in their place. Pitch to Tectonic, Arsenal, keep sink in hand? Maybe Hammer, well then you wouldn't have like, yeah. Tectonic, pitching Smelting, pass on that. Play Leyline. And pass for turn. And I'm happy to block with gloves to get an extra effect on my Arsenal. Wow, this is two defense reactions. Played Codex of Bloodrot. Harpoon. Drill Shot. Okay, I honestly thought that was going to be a little bit more than what it is. I mean, I'm happy to just kind of... I think I block here. I can definitely do that if I wanted to. Sink below. Put me at 7? 8, 9? Yeah, that are... So, I'm going to block with all this equipment. I'm going to trigger, revealing, put them in their place. Yep, pass. So, trigger, revealing, put them in their place. So I'm just going to come in for 7. I then, on my turn, can pitch to Tectonic and to put them in their place, coming in for 11, arsenaling a sink. So I'm blocking all the damage and throwing 11 back. I think this is pretty strong so far. Active on hit. They didn't really have a good arrow that turn. What did they even have an arrow last turn? No. Just had 2 hands of no arrows, which is pretty rough. Oh man, I don't know why this is lagging so much. But, I mean, we're in a pretty good state comparatively. I mean, we've given up our armor, so we've given up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 block. Yeah, like 5 block on early game, especially against Marlin and some arrow that doesn't really matter, but it allows me to arsenal a defense reaction and it allows me to throw 11. I'm just winning the damage race at this point. Because Tectonic Plating, pitching 1, and to put them in their place, coming in for 11. And to block this out, you have to blocking with your legs, so blocking 6. That's still gonna trigger. Do you have a defense reaction? You do. Okay, 9. You're gonna take 2, which does get me the second Seismic Surge. I'll take the Blood Pot. No, I will not pay. And Arsenal. Me up to... I mean, I have 3 Seismic Surge, so Testament Valhalla blocks. I can Crash and Bash, revealing Spinal, which allows me to... I mean, do I even need to block with Testament Valhalla? I mean, I'm going to get more again at some point. Crash and Bash. I mean, Like, I don't know if revealing really matters here. I'm going to full block because I don't think it benefits me to just IP one. And it keeps my shield for maybe a more relevant turn later on. But I can throw my Spinal, which is probably going to be, which is going to be super devastating. Like, you want the Go Again to go off your bow, and you want the Go Again to go off your buffs. Like, there's so much you want to do that I'm just saying you can't do it, throwing Spinal for Dominate. This is... I think this is a pretty commanding position, and they still haven't seen any arrows, which is really rough. I haven't seen any yellows. Have you seen any yellows? Your Codex of Frailty. So I guess yeah, put that down, create a gold, and get the crush effect. So we're in a pretty commanding position still. I mean, you can throw CNC again, but I guess the sink below is pretty bad. Just pass. Oh no, it's gonna be E-Strike. Yeah, E-Strike. Put on the bottom of my deck. Go again. So 5 Go Again into another Spinal. This is brutal. This player is not going to be very happy with me. This player is not going to be happy at me at all. They probably finally got their arrow, and then I'm just like, oh, by the way, here's another Spinal. They don't have any equipment to block this. I'm asking them to block with 2 cards. And it's probably... yeah, it's blocking it all. The life's so far down. Yeah, they got their Harpoon. They got 3 of a kind. They had Codex of Frailty. They are probably not happy whatsoever. Chokeslam can come in for free, I guess. Oh, they still had a 3 of a kind. Oh, they drew 3 cards. My card's free. I don't have an attack, but I do have a sink below. Oh no, if a blue... they're... sure. Oh, that's their 3 of a kind. I shouldn't have let them do that. Oh, they're still playing it. That's fine. I don't know what changes. They must have done something that I didn't see. Oh, they put in the wrong card in their arsenal. That's what it is. Battering bolt. Oh, that's cool. 10? I mean, 5... I mean, block 2, 4, sink below, 2, 6. Oh, yeah, I can definitely block 10 here. And then I can sink the other Crash and Bash. Pass. Crash and Bash trigger. Oh, I don't actually want to reveal that, actually. I just realized if I reveal that, then I go up to 6, and my block is inefficient. Yeah. Sink below, sinking that. And I got the red Chokeslam. So that's exactly what we were hoping there. Just to get a red attack off that sink. And then now I can Promising Terrain into Tectonic Plating, into Chokeslam. And if I hit for any damage whatsoever, then I get another Seismic Surge. I get enough Seismic Surge to dominate. Yeah, this is insanely brutal. Like, this... I just have not let off the gas, and every single attack has been super relevant into this. Submit. Sure, you can't gain power. You can use your Go Again, but... 4 Seismic Surge. What is... oh no, I'm so sorry, buddy. 5 Go Again into a put them in their place, dominate with a pummel. Go Again. Oh no, this is brutal. Oh, this is so brutal. It's just never ending. It is never ending. Tectonic Plating. Oh, I don't even get a pummel. I realize now I don't get a pummel. But that's still 10 dominate. And they're going to discard their hand. And I have the pummel for next turn. Yeah, no, that was insane. 24 value turn. That's pretty crazy. That was... They just didn't even stand a chance. That... Well, if you want to know the deck that beats Marlin. Cool. So that was definitely a game. I'm definitely down to play a few more games, but I'm gonna make a run to the restroom. So I will be back. Okay, I am back. Let's get into another game. Let's see, competitive. Valda. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, I have volume all of a sudden. I don't know why I didn't have... I just realized I didn't have volume all of last game. Yeah, here we go. Let's see if anyone wants to join. But this should definitely be... Oh, Bravo! Let's go. Please, please, I want to play Bravo so bad. Oh, man. You're not really gaining power, are you? Sync belows are probably pretty good in a Bravo. I don't think he pummels. Is Pummel good? Well, I know Pummel's good. I played Bravo for 3 years straight, but like... it's the only time it's going to be relevant. Oh, and I have a Pummel of my own. Spinal Crush, he'd lose his Go Again text, which is fine. Or his Dominate text, which is fine. Put them in their place. Oh, this is a cool game. This is... They don't have as much armor as I would have thought. Put them in their place. I mean, I think I'm going to hammer here. So, Tectonic Plating. I'm going to pitch the Spinal. That's definitely the weakest one. And then hammer, pitching, Tear Asunder. Then we'll Arsenal to put them in their place, and maybe we get a chance to do something off of that. I mean, if you want to sync, I would happily take that. Nope, that's pretty smart. Arsenal that. Put them in their place. All the blue cards you've ever wanted. Tear Asunder, hammer. That's so good. I love it. Oh, I missed the Bravo hammer. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it allows me to... I mean, I'm willing to block with my equipment a little bit early here. The Arsenal is pretty strong. Headbutt maybe is more likely to block the draw card. But I mean, I can block with all that. Reveal, put them in their place. Yeah, I think that's definitely what we're going to do. Reveal this, coming in for 11 next turn. This is going to demand cards out of their hand. Because we can pitch to the Seismic Surge, and then we can throw this at them for 11. So we're going to be demanding 11 cards. I always think the Guardian Mirrors are the best mirrors in the game. I love playing Guardian v Guardian. Oh, Edge of Their Seats. That's crazy. That's actually, I love that in Bravo. I'm gonna get all the Bravo tech without actually playing Bravo for once. Oh, that's so bad. I mean, Smelting actually has text in this matchup, which is really funny. Yeah, I can only throw Smelting pitching my entire hand, which is pretty unfortunate. I do create the Seismic Surge because I pitched Grandeur, but 10 damage is not nothing. But they haven't blocked with any equipment yet, so it doesn't mean anything. Yeah. I don't know, I think the Guardian Mirror is always just so interesting because you have so much... Oh, they have Oasis Respite? But why? Oh, okay. Sure. They're going to heal and they're going to... Okay. Interesting. Is this a Fatigue deck? That would make sense if it's Fatigue. Pummel, Grandeur. I think that's exactly how I want it. 4. We can pummel here. Disenchantment. I could Disenchantment look to pummel because they would destroy their aura. They wouldn't heal any in the Fatigue. Okay. 4 damage is 4 damage. Who cares? But it looks like they're playing towards Fatigue at the moment. And if I can Disenchantment and pummel that away, destroy their aura, because they are Guardians, so they have... This has text. This is insane if it hits. It effectively deals 3... Oh, it hits. They're pummel, discarding a card. Which doesn't do any. So pummel did nothing, except it destroyed their aura, which affected... Put that next to that. Okay. Well, this is pretty good into this. I don't have a good arsenal target, but I do have Crown, which will allow me to... I do have Crown, which would allow... Do I just Tectonic? This is a very tough situation. I don't have Leyline up, so I think I want to Arsenal Aftershock, which allows me to Crown away and draw a card at any point if I need to. This definitely feels like a Fatigue matchup. They decked really heavy into me. They decked 4, 12, 66 cards into me. Oh, I'm getting the... Oh, they sank. Do you have any more triggers, or am I... The discards off Fiddler Green. Heal. Man. Looks like a Pit Stack Fatigue deck, which is interesting. Crippling Crush. Okay. And they haven't used their equipment yet, so I don't gain any value that way. I could block 9, throw 5 into... Oh, that's so good. Yeah, I block 9, throw 5 into 6, creating a Seismic Surge on the background. Yeah, that sounds really strong. Maybe that wasn't as bad as Arsenal target as I thought. Go again. 5 into 6. You're not the only one that can do that. Dealing a little bit of damage too. And then 6. Creating a Seismic Surge because it saw a Seismic Surge. Blocking 9. Throwing 11. That's a 20 value turn. That's pretty good there. Are they going to hammer or they're arsenaling? Promising Terrain. I mean, if I get Leyline out, I think... I mean, Again, Promising into Tectonic into Spinal. Probably the best play, just in case I'm able to draw anything. I can gain some life, draw a card, do some pretty crazy stuff. It also allows me to have 2 Seismic Surge for the next turn, just in case I do have to block something crazy. Because if, like, I draw a Spinal, it lets me block 6 while still having a 2-card 9, which is pretty strong. And, I mean, if we're doing a Fatigue game, we are destroying them. They have 41 cards in their deck compared to our 45, but we also have to remember that they started at 66 and I started at 60. So I think that's pretty relevant. I mean, we can kind of see what they're doing with their deck. It's really odd that they put Midas Touch in, but I think it is just for the idea of fatigue. And in the Guardian anti-fatigue, you need electric cards. Oh no, gain life. I'm so sorry. I have the disenchantment. I could tear asunder. No. Let me think. So, I mean, they're going to gain 3 life. They just pretty much played a Sigil on their turn, is what it looks like. I have the Terra Sunder. I kind of would prefer to pitch it down and play it later. Disenchantment's just insane. It might just be... I kind of want to heave 2 and throw... It might be disable for 7. It's a little bit of a pitch stacking thing. But Tectonic Instability... Yeah, it's a little bit of a weird play, but a heave 2. So, Tectonic, plating, pitching Tectonic Instability, and then throwing Disable, pitching Terra Sunder. It pitched for second cycle, so I put the Terra Sunder on for second cycle with Tectonic so I can get rid of the defense reaction that they would have in Arsenal. And it allows me to set up for Disenchantment. You might be thinking, why didn't I throw Disenchantment this turn? But I think it's something that I would rather throw with Dominate. It's already a Fatigue deck. We already know that they're willing to block out. And without Dominate, it doesn't matter. They're going to get the value out of this. Oh, Iron Fist Revelation. Have I gotten... No, I still have 1 Smelting left. What are you revealing? Oh, Crippling Crush is really good. That's really good. Oh, now I'm really wishing... I mean, I could play it for free. Are you telling me I could play it for free? Okay. Is this not coming in for Dominate? Oh. Okay. Then why do I care? I could block 6. I mean... Block 6, 9. I would take 3. They don't have anything to react over it, right? 6, 9, take 3. Throw Disenchantment for 10. Throw Disenchantment for 10 and Arsenal Seismic Eruption for something that's a little bit stronger. Sure. That's fine with me. And worst case scenario, they had some sort of reaction, but then I can get +2. Like a weird lunging press or something weird like that. No, that's fine. Just 10 damage. You don't have any auras out, but it's just 10 damage. It's pretty good. I mean, we've already seen 2 Crippling Crushes. I mean, if it's a Fatigue deck, we're probably going to see Remembrances. 2, 3 Remembrances. So, I mean, we are winning the Fatigue game now. They play a Remembrance, get 2 cards up, go to 38. I mean, technically, we're 1 card under if they're playing all 3 Remembrances, so. Destroy all your auras. I love Buckle. Man, this makes me want to play Bravo. I miss old-fashioned Bravo. Oh, and this is exactly why we save the Seismic Eruption. We could put them in their place. I'm tempted to... Is this just 4? You could pummel me. I don't think I care. Promising Terrain. Searching Imposing to get Leyline. Playing Seismic Eruption would get me 6. Put them in their place coming in for free the turn after. And I could block. Pummel me. Do it. I dare you. Okay. You're going to heal 3 life. That's kind of cool, actually. That's actually pretty cool. I really like that play. It's very unique. We're going to try and do something very unique ourselves. Promising Terrain. Imposing Visage. Paying 3. Pitching this. Searching out, you've guessed it, Leyline of the Old Ones. Putting Leyline down. Creating 2 Seismic Surge. Oh, Seismic Eruption. Creating 4 Seismic Surge. Do nothing for turn. In a Fatigue deck, they probably have a bunch of cards that they don't want to play. They might have more auras that they're happy to just play. But, oh, and I can block 5. 6. That's their best play. That's really good for us. part of me... What's... I mean, I could just block 6. I mean, block 6 through that, but what's the benefit of keeping... Problem is I don't benefit from keeping all these cards. I definitely need to pitch a card to Tectonic Plating and to put them in their place. I think I don't benefit from any of that. I mean, just in case you have something that creates something, but I actually am not going to be throwing headbutt, and I hope you know that. I just don't benefit from keeping all those cards. And they have the Remembrance. Spinal is cool, but it's not helping us. Tectonic. Pitching Headbutt into... Put them in their place for 10. Looks like a pummel. Probably makes them think, maybe they do, maybe they don't. Okay, they have just the shelter. I would have loved to have pummel there. And Arsenal Spinal. Tear Asunder. Okay. I mean, I could Tear Asunder into Spinal. Never mind. Was that really worth it? Was that worth what you just did there? I don't think so. Because I could 5 go again into Spinal. Wait. 2? I can just Tear Asunder Spinal still. Wait. Tear Asunder Spinal. And then Arsenal eats. Oh, they destroyed my ley line. That's what they did. Okay, yeah, sure, that's worth it. Who cares? Tear Asunder. I was wondering. I'm like, wait, my math's still... Spinal. 10. Dominate. On hit. Discard 2. Oh no, you are higher on cards here for about 30 seconds. But I am going to rip cards out of your hand. What a weird deck. I mean, we've seen 2 Fiddlers, all three Hungry for Mores. Yeah, it's definitely a fatigue deck. Oasis, cool. And they got their last Fiddlers. That's pretty good for them. Arsenal E-Strike. Fortunately, I don't have a good response. Might just be 5 go again and a 9. Just deal damage. Oh, I can't even do that. That's so dumb of me. I mean, 5 go again into 6 is still good. Go again. Fine, sure, whatever. Tectonic Plating. Pitching Spinal into Hammer for... So, still throwing 9 in 2 different instances of damage. They are out of a lot of... I mean, they've played all their Oasises. They still have all their sinks. I mean, not all, but 2 of their sinks. Speaking of the devil. Sink card. Probably had another defense reaction in hand. It wasn't very valuable to them. Sure. Nope, I don't have the pitch. Did not mean to try and heave, I just meant to Arsenal it. And I can pummel it with their... I mean... I wish I could Tectonic Instability taking it. But no, I think I'm just going to pummel, which means I can block it with a card. It's probably more relevant to keep a 6 in the background. Taking 3 is whatever. But throwing 10 at your face, this is pretty strong. And 2 float, they know what this is. They play Guardian, they know what pummel is. This is going to hit, this is just going to take. Do you have a handful of reactions? Oh, Steadfast! That's so cool. You're getting rid of your entire hand. I love Steadfast as a card. The thing is, I'm still going to destroy your arm piece. Man, an all-blue hand would have been really good here again. Tectonic. How does that help? Tectonic. They get an extra card. 2 Seismic Surge. I can get up to 3 Seismic Surge by doing this. Because Tectonic, put that on the bottom. It's probably something defensive. No, they would have played it last turn if it was something defensive. Sure, sink a card. Then I can pitch into Tectonic Plating, throwing Boulder Drop, arsenaling Boulder Drop. This is card negative because they're not getting anything, but it's going to give me Dominate on my other Boulder Drop. And considering I still have 1 Pummel, it could be relevant. That was crazy to see a Steadfast, though. This is like an insanely defensive deck. I did not expect it to be this fatiguey. So it's apparently a very tough decision for them. They are thinking very hard on this. I mean, we could look through there. I mean, we can sort. Hello. Hello. How are you? We have red Steadfast. Sweet. Tectonic. Pitching Tear Asunder. Gets me up to 3 Seismic Surge. And I can still throw Boulder Drop for 7. It gives them a 5-card hand. But as a fatigue deck, what does 5 cards do for them? Probably not a lot. And I still pulled 2 cards from hand and dealt 1 damage. So overall, that was a net 0. Oh no. Tear Asunder. What will I ever do? Oh no. I'm blocking 4. I mean, I could do this and then pitching to quick dodge. And then just throw Boulder Drop for free. Pass. Submit triggers. Sure. Pass. Oh, look at that. I have the Boulder Drop in Arsenal. You don't need to see that. Pitch to quick dodge flexors. Blocking 7. Passing for turn. And I've seen all my seismics, which is actually pretty rough. End of turn. Actually, I probably want to save my Seismic Eruption for my next really big relevant attack, just to guarantee. But coming in for 8. And they're sinking a card, giving me a Seismic Surge, which is relevant. Oh, they didn't even sink a card. They just wanted to turn off the on-hit. Interesting. Is it Spinal? It's probably Spinal. Yep. I'm like, what could they really want to do? I mean, this is why we Arsenal this, because this is not a good hand. Spinal, block 7, because 8, 9, 10, 11. So, I mean, I could just block with the chess piece. These two, reveal, disable, throw, disable. That's fine with me. Reveal, disable. It's just damage. Take 3. End of turn, fine. And then disable for 7. They're losing a lot of their... I mean, that was a lot of their power there. And I mean, it looks like Righteous Cleansing's their other really big attack, and they're out of there. So I think they're out of all their big attacks. I mean, they have Machos, which, sure, but I'm feeling pretty happy if that's their best. I mean, look at mine, sort. I've put them in their place. I've played a lot of my good cards, sure. I think we're in a very similar situation now that I think through it. What would I have left in deck? Do I still have spinals? No, I still have a spinal. Put on their place. Disenchant. So a lot of my powerful attacks are gone. Okay, this is actually a lot worse than I thought. Tectonic, pitching, ladle, or that. I think I just play 8. Just try and eat their hand. Try and win this fatigue game. We have ripped a bit of their equipment. Have we seen all our pummels? And we still have a pummel left, so we can save our... pretty much save our dominate for our pummel. Pass for turn. Probably want to see that sooner than later. And, I mean, this is when we do it. Bravo, sure. Hammer for 6. I mean... Seismic Eruption makes this free, which then we can just, yeah. I don't think they have it. I mean, it's 6 damage is 6 damage, but then I can also Arsenal the E-Strike and hopefully play into something stronger in the next turn. I should have probably blocked with Shield earlier. There was a point in which I could, but I did not. Tectonic, pitching this. Boulder Drop for free, and it has Pummel. Let's see if they have any response to this. This is definitely a game. A lot closer than I would like it to be for a fatigue game. Okay. I mean, we both still have 2 block, because I don't think I'm ever going to trigger Testament again. We still have 2 block on some equipment. He has 3 block in total, technically, if it matters. I mean, we are going to pummel this. We'll see if they have the reactions to stop this. If not, this is a pretty good turn. Oh, the Steadfast is so good. Quick dodge. 5. Yeah, they just blocked it all out. That's so good. Hammer for 4. E-Strike for 5 into 5. But they... Oh, man, this is so bad. I think past reactions, I have to solid ground here. Come on. Solid ground. Pitching. And then I need to pass. And I just need to be able to throw damage. So 5, bottom of my deck, go again. They don't see my Terror Sunder, which is strong. Just throwing damage. Into Titan's Fist, coming in for 4. Do they have all their Terror Sunders in here? They have Remembranced. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. 5, 6, 7. Discard 2. Oh, and that's my spinal. I mean, I can tuck my spinal down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take 2, tucks. Block this. I have to tuck spinal. It's just damage at this point. Tuck spinal. Oh no, not Grandeur. What do I tuck? What do I tuck? Granger's strong. I think solid ground might be stronger. Imposing, I'm happy with losing, but... Grandeur, I think solid ground's just more relevant. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I've been trying to figure out how many Terror Sunders are left. There's still 1 left in their deck. How many are left in my deck? 1 or 2 left in my deck, so... This is a pretty scary part of the deck, though, because if they're going to have a Tear Asunder. And I think it really just come down to if they can activate. Nope. Just hammer for 6, which means I can Tear Asunder Titan's Fist for 5 and hope it matters. Unless I can Tear Asunder. No, I can't do any of that. I could throw 8 here, but I think I save that. Take 3, which feels really bad this late into the game. But I think we have to pray that they don't have really any more defensive options. Oh, they have the Steadfast. They do have one more defensive option. That's really bad. And they can Tear Asunder Hammer. They have the better Tear Asunders. Yep. Oh, I just was thinking about that. This is like lethal too. I mean, think that. Maybe I draw something else. Nope. 3. Discard those 2. Hammer for 4. This is a really bad situation. Because I needed to get value out of my cards. Solid Ground Spinal. 8 damage. There's my other tear. 5. I mean... Oh, they have me in such a tough position. Oh, man. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Arsenal Spinal, maybe? Like, Headbutt is the answer. Pass. I think I'm going to Arsenal Spinal. This is playing to a game in which they don't have anything relevant. Pass. Arsenal. Oh no, we might be losing this game. 8. They know how to play Fatigue Guardian. No. This is really... Because I have Spinal in there. Spinal... Or I mean Tear Asunder. Oh, they have Dominate here. I think it's just game. I didn't even realize the Dominate. Well... Can't block that. Good game. Very good game. They pulled all their Spinals back. Yeah, not a ton of value. I mean, we had a pretty good early turn, but after that, it would kind of like tapered off pretty fast there. That was... Man, that was a game. They had their buckle left too. That's good. Man, remembering seeing those Tear Asunders actually really mattered. That hurt a ton. Yeah, I think I'm going to play one more game for the night, so we'll see how it goes. We were doing pretty good up until that last game. I mean, if we look, I think our results for tonight, we can look. 3 wins, 1 loss, so I think that's pretty good. We didn't get to play that Jarl, which I was excited to. I was really excited to play that Bravo game. I think that was an amazing game. Syndra, oh, please, please, please. I really want to play Syndra. This has more reps, but it's also just cool to play, like, the meta hero. And... I think Sinks. How do I normally put the Chokeslam? Doesn't really matter. Yeah, Sinks is correct. No, they left. Unfortunate. Okay. But yeah. I mean, the Guardian Mirror is always so fun. Like, that was very, very skillful. They did a very good job. I mean, the red Steadfast I didn't think would be so relevant. They don't really gain power the more I play. I think I actually play a very similar package. So, if we get to play this game, hopefully we get to play this game, because I think he's a really interesting hero. I mean, just throw 10. Might be correct. Oh, I can Imposing, search up Leyline. Yeah, no, that's correct. 3, pitch. This is an insanely good play. This is the best thing we could be doing turn 1 if it's not Verdant's. Pitch into that. Pass for turn. Look to Arsenal. The thing about RKO. So, submit. Pass. Put that down. The thing about RKO is if you take damage really early, you just lose. So you just don't want to take... Can I do something funny? 8 damage. They can't pummel. I really wish I could do something cool here. Always seeing the swing big makes me want to do something crazy. That I don't think I can. I mean, we're just going to be throwing 10. I could... It makes me really want to try something, but... I mean, we could just throw 11. Block 8, throw 11. That's probably the correct option here. It's just damage, but into RKO, if you lose life before they do, you just lose the game. And the game's decided pretty early on. So the best thing we can do... It's taken me a while to formulate my thoughts. But the best thing we can do is just throw heavy damage early on, get them low on life, and then make it so they can't really catch up. I have the Quicken, which is cool, but not relevant. I mean, it could be relevant. I could throw 11 into 4, actually, because it costs... I think that's actually insane. Like, sure, we lose our spec, but we're going to be throwing 15 damage. We're going to demand a full block from them. So we're in a pretty demanding position from them. Four. How do we do this? I mean, we could just throw this. And if they Scowling Fleshbag, we Arsenal to put them in their place. And yeah, I think we just try and bait that Scowling out. 11 damage. It looks like a pummel. It has go again. If they don't Scowling, we throw Hammer for 4. If they do Scowling, we just Tectonic and Arsenal put them in their place. I think this is a pretty win-win situation right now. Oh, and it also depends on how they block necessarily, because we want to keep Leyline up, because I think it is super important for us to keep Leyline up. So, yeah, we have... We can, if we can just keep throwing damage, we're really in a really good position. Let's see. Oh no, I am a classic RKO hater. I think anyone that listens to the podcast knows, but I think he deserves a little more credit than I normally give him. So, let's see. It's just 11 with go again. I mean, it's so scary because, like, what else got you thrown? Steel. Oh, yeah. Do you have the reaction? Do you have anything extra? Oh, you do block out. I think we can't lose Leyline. We just have to Tectonic Plating an Arsenal. But I mean, we make their hand. I think we take a lot from them. I mean, we took a Mocking Blow, Fate Foreseen, and a Steel Victory. We took a pretty hefty amount from him. If they let 1 damage through, I definitely would have swung Hammer, but nope. Put that down, Arsenal that. Oh, and we have Seismic. Oh, you're just booing? You're just booing? Sure, create a Vigor. End a turn. We have to play this. We're going up to 4. We're gaining Dominate. I mean, we 5 go again into 10 dominate, and with going E-Strike first, go again, it allows them to make the mistake of blocking this too much. Yeah. And then we can pay into Tectonic Plating, open up room for mistakes, and then we're throwing 10. If this deals any damage, we go back up to 3 Seismic Surge. If this deals 4 or more, they discard their hand and we draw up. We are gaining a huge lead at this point. Take it on the chin. Sure, prevent 2. I mean, you can block with a lot of your equipment here, too, which is fine. So we're preventing 2, blocking 3, still taking 5. Is that correct? Oh, they have an Oasis. There we go. I mean, even then, if they're still taking one, yeah, I still get Leyline trigger. I have another seismic. I could go to 6. This is disgusting. I could go 6, tectonic, disenchantment, pummel, which I think is correct. They're just so far on the back foot at this point. I mean, they have to Scowling here. I think they just have to Scowling here. But I mean, if they Scowling, we're still feeling pretty strong because we're throwing 10, taking their equipment, arsenaling a pummel, so it lets us keep this momentum that we have. They're just so far behind. They've lost their boo opportunity. They didn't even Scowling me. Getting the pummel trigger, discarding a card, which is another Mocking Blow, and dealing damage. We are just so far ahead at this point. I have no arsenal. I do not care. CNC for 6 means nothing. Spinal. Spinal is going to cost me 3. I could just take this, because I'm so far ahead on life. Throw Spinal and get 3 Seismic Surge for 10 Dominate the next turn. Yeah. I'm okay with finally taking some damage. Oh, they have a pummel. Well, that makes sense. I honestly didn't even think about that. Okay, sure. It might just be get rid of Spinal and throw 10. As sad as that feels. We can at least throw 10 here, which still we are on a big... Like, we still have so much of an advantage by just throwing 10. Tectonic Plating, pitching to that. And 10 to the face. We're still ahead by 6. They're just not getting any of their crazy on-rate value at this point. I mean, to deal the same amount of damage, they had to eat an entire turn. Well, they're going to heal some. Okay, so I guess they technically block out, heal 3, which is actually really strong for them. But it could be really scary if I draw anything good. Oh, that pummel's really cool. I actually just can't afford to play it. I mean... Again, it's just Tectonic into 10. It's just 10 again. And then I arsenal another pummel for another day. No, my Seismic Surge. Oh, they just killed Leyline. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Maybe that wasn't as good. This is such a bad hand. I literally just crown here to pray I draw something better. Pass. Sink this here. Okay, headbutt. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Can't block with defense reactions. I have 2 pummels in case you're Scowling me. I'm pretty insulated right now. This is going to feel disgusting from their side because, yeah, they're blocking with Scowling right now. I'm going to still pummel them and then arsenal another pummel. That's pretty gross. Oh, no. Unfortunately for you, I have another pummel. Oh, and you had the 3rd shelter. This never ends. Yep. This 3rd shelter is pretty strong. Arsenal that. I have nothing I can do. This is pretty brutal, honestly. Block 6. pitch to Tectonic, hammer for 4. I mean, I think that honestly is the best play I have right now. I mean, we've gotten rid of most of their equipment blocks, so we're doing pretty well still. Throwing 4, still gaining that life advantage. Or still keeping a life advantage of sorts. Having a pummel and arsenal just in case. Keep the grandeur on top. I mean, yeah, if we can boulder drop pummel right now, that's pretty good. I don't think I care yet. I need you to make me care. Because I'm going to go down in 1 life. Big bully, double power is pretty strong. I mean, maybe I should have cared. Maybe I should have cared because you got the boo and it doubled. So that was insane. But, boulder drop. I mean, 5 go again into... I just don't see how this... 5 go again. And then I'm going to pummel this boulder drop. This could have been a mistake for a turn. I'm not going to lie. We just dropped so much life. They choose to block out. They gain a huge advantage. But they've lost a lot of their defensive... their opportunities to defend. So it's like 5. Put this on the bottom of my deck. Go again. Yeah, so lost a lot of opportunity to stop some of the power that we have. Outside interference discarded. Reviled. So what are they going to choose? That's reviled. What is going to be relevant here to stop what we're doing right now? Next time you would clash with the hero this turn instead of reveal the top card. Sure. Discard it. Did they just click on the wrong one? Big bully. Okay, cool. Sure. They definitely don't want to lose that, and that means that they have to keep a card, and if they want to double the power, they have to keep 2 cards. Blocking 9. 8. Still going to pummel this. And they discard a card. We keep momentum now. Yeah, we're pretty good. We're in a pretty good position all of a sudden. Oh, they just searched for another card to block. I mean, their last 4 cards. We discarded their... or we pummeled their pummel, it looks like. They're at lower life again, so that's good. 9. I mean, we could tear asunder boulder drop, which seems pretty strong. We are going to go really low on life right now. 7. They just don't have an arsenal, so... the problem is, like, I just don't care about a lot what they're doing right now. Because we're going to take this damage. We're going to go down to 10, but then we're going to throw 9 dominate. They can block at most probably 5. And then we get an arsenal, one of our strongest cards. And, like, they can only really block with 1 card if this on hit effect goes off, too. If the crush effect deals 4, they lose their entire hand. Okay, Oasis. That's really strong. Oh, man, that was insane. That was actually really bad because they just blocked it all and kept their hand, and we're way, way, way lower on life now. E-strike. Their last turn? Sure. I mean, pitch the same. We'll do the same thing. I don't know what changes, but... I mean, that makes more sense. Probably just realized, oh wait, I have scab skins. That Oasis is insane. Yeah. Exact same thing. Okay, that's fair. I think we got rid of all our pummels now. 7. Super strong. 5 go again into 10. We're just so low on life is the problem. Could block 6, throw 10. 5, block 6, throw 10. Yeah, probably correct. That big bully turn, actually, I think was really rough for us. We were so far ahead, and then we played a little bit greedy to throw a lot of damage. Okay. Okay, that's fine. This could be okay. Oh, Mocking Blow. I mean, block 4. You can throw 6. Or we could still throw 8. So, pass. Defensive step. Block 4. Pass. I do not actually care to sink. We still have 1 Seismic Eruption, so we still have a chance of a lot of good stuff. And we still have 1 spec, so... We just need to throw damage. We just need to throw damage. Excuse me. We just need to throw damage. It looks like a lot of their cards that they have left are 2 blocks, and I'm really hoping it stays that way. Mocking Blow is really strong. Seeing the yellow was pretty good for us. How many Mocking Blows have we seen? Quite a few. Are you just eating this? Okay, that's scary. We are lower. Block 5. Okay. 1 damage is not the worst thing in the world. 1 damage is 1 damage. It's just 7? Is that it? Is that your turn? Because we're going to go up with this Seismic Eruption. We're going to throw 7 Dominate, and we're going to block 7. Okay, I think we're in a pretty good position again. Because we can Seismic Eruption, go up, that blocks. So we're blocking 5. So we blocked 4, 7, 11, 8. So we're doing an 18 value turn, which is pretty strong here. 5 Seismic Surge pop. And Boulder Drop. Here we go. Okay, we're back on it. It looked really scary for a second, but Boulder Drop, this is going to threaten putting a card on top of their deck. So it's going to be hard for them to gain momentum. They've probably gone through a lot of their defensive options. And on top of that, defense step. Just eat. No, they just... Oh, yeah, I was going to say. They don't... Just eat it. Okay. I mean, if you want to sink, I would happily let you do that too. Take 3, go down to 2, and then now it's getting pretty dicey for them. They're at lower life, so they can't get booed. And now they're going to be forced to block out a lot more. I can look to disable. It's really cool. That's really cool. It might just be block those, sink, and arsenal, and hammer for 4. Block with these. Pass. Trigger, there's no trigger. Taking 1. But sinking an arsenal just so some life buffer. That's pretty... That would have been rough if I took more damage there. But give myself a little bit of life buffer. They can go down to 1 and keep their entire hand. They do have a pummel left. Yeah, they do have a pummel left. NIMBY for 2. They go down to 3. Does allow them to keep a larger hand. Oh, okay. Gain the agility. Okay, cool. To have practically a 3-card hand. And on my... Put them in the place turn. That's pretty good. Yeah, we'll block 3 just because we have the opportunity to block 3. And we'll see what they throw next. Say like a mocking big bully. They haven't been booed, so it doesn't get its base doubled. They can't pummel. I think it is a sink. Pass. Defense. Sink below. Just to keep the life up, because we need to keep our life up. And this allows us to throw our spec for 10. They do have to respect this. They have to block 5 if they have any 2 block. Makes this. I think this makes this hand a little bit awkward. They have to block with 2, maybe even 3 cards, maybe even Tunic. They are out of big bullies, so maybe it's more okay. Yeah, Tunic 2. They have a sigil. Oh, they had 2 sigils. Okay, I see. They are ahead on life again. So that's... Yep. Not what we wanted to see. Block 6. It lets them keep... Oh, man, that was really good for them to get so ahead on life. Block 6. Because I can't go lower on life. And this might turn to fatigue. So I think it's block 6. It might be... I don't think I'm going to be able to get that. Block 6. Throw Titan's Fist Arsenal to Tectonic Instability. That's probably correct. They are going to have to block with cards from hands. Otherwise, they don't get any effect off. Or actually... I think it's Tectonic Plating. I don't think Arsenal Tectonic Instability is going to do us any good. So 4. If they don't block this, they don't get their extra ability. The problem is I'm really worried about Mocking Blow. Because how many do they have left? All the red ones are gone. All their yellows are gone. They will have a blue. So blue for 6 plus 2, 8. They can throw a 2-card 8 at us. So that's pretty strong. Yeah, so 2-card 8 is probably the strongest thing they can throw at us. Which is pretty good, but, I mean, we are kind of fatiguing them at this point. Yeah. And now they're back at lower life, so that's fine. You don't gain any... This is not a great hand. That's pretty good for them. It might be something where imposing... I think I am imposing. Pass. Quick dodge flexors. Pitching this. It blocks 5. And then it allows for, if they throw a big attack, I can block 6 on their next attack. So they have like a CNC for something big. Rowdy Locals. Isn't this if by an action card? I mean, I won't defend it with an action card. Yeah, go ahead, sure. I think we both realize that's not quite what we wanted to do. No, nothing changed. Okay. Pass. They're going to change it to 6. Cool. But I also have quick dodge flexors still to activate, so I can block that 6. Sure. Is it because... I think they... Yeah, go ahead. I think they just don't want to activate that knowing that I have the ability to block up and they can arsenal something. So 5 go again. It was block 3... Pass. Quick dodge. Pitching a Toya. Pass. Pass. Okay, there we go. We're going back to it. And then we just crash and bash, blocking 4. Again, I don't think they're going to do anything. And a turn. And then they're going to choose an arsenal card. And then I can throw 4 at their face, which is lethal. We are definitely getting into a fatigue state. So this is a game where Yeah, they have to block with a card. That card, this action may banish a card from each of the graveyard. Such a funny card. Interesting. Oh, that's really bad, too. Okay, Scabskins is definitely what they want to be doing here. They got booed, so they're getting their extra effect. They're getting their Mocking Blow. Block 3, then Solid Ground, and then Swing Hammer, I think is what it's going to be, because they're going to make this an 8. Geo activation, and I'm going to block this out. You're not going to get lower life than me. I wish I could have used Solid Ground a little bit better, but that's fine. That's a pretty okay use for Solid Ground. Just being able to block that last Mocking Blow. They still have a Sink Below? That's crazy. Okay. But yeah, they're pretty low on deck. So now we just need to block out until 2 action points. And I mean, we can just block 6, take 1, which I think we're fine with. I mean, if Booze is one of their cards, yeah. Stronger power than that. Into Claw. So Boo and Overcrowded. They have a Vigor, which they're gonna, if they draw another Overcrowded, that comes in for 2, but they lose it at the start. I think they're in a really bad position now because they have to block. They have a bunch of 2 blocks. They have Overcrowded, which blocks for 3, which allows the up. They have 1 more Booze, 1 more Overcrowded, and if I was paying attention, probably 2 more cards in hand. This is our worst card in hand. Block 3. The NIMBY, yeah, they saw the writing on the wall there. Very, very good game. But I do think maybe when they threw that E-Strike Go again, taking that damage was a little bit worse than what I should have expected. Or I should have been a little more cautious there. I know I threw a lot of damage and disruption, but they were able to heal and get past my disruption, and really it was not that valuable. But that was, I think it was a pretty good game in the end. And I think we found our outs and our ways to win. Because they had the Boos, the Nimbys, the Overcrowd. And at that point, those were only 2 blocks, 2 block, and a 2 block. So if we threw, which was going to be 7 at them this turn, they could have blocked with 3 cards, kept 1, threw Claw for 3. We could have even taken the 3 if we really wanted to. And then we would have had double Tear Sunder coming up. So we were in a very good position. But I think that is where I'm going to call it for tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for listening. If you want to hear any more of my crazy ramblings and see more of my list, feel free to listen to me and Cody on the Breaking the Chain podcast. But I will see you all later. Thank you again. Good night.